Hooey! It is warm today. The summer has finally arrived in the UK. We had a brief spell of sunshine and then a northerly came in and turned it back to winter again. But it is here, and the world, as per usual, is laughing at the memes as the UK issues heat warnings because, oh my god, it's 26 degrees, heat wave. Hello and welcome, good afternoon. Got a bit of a speed run on this job. It's very tight indeed. They left the minimum amount of time possible to do it, really. I'm loading Monday afternoon and I've got a tip first thing Thursday, all the way down in Madrid. First of all, I've got to load up, so I'm heading to Mitcham, not the place that I thought I was going to. Luckily I double checked the address a couple of minutes ago. The good thing is, this place is only just around the corner from the place that I was thinking, so it's not the end of the world. And then, because of the tight deadline to get down to Madrid, I'm going to have to cut off the corner of France and get the Portsmouth Ferry. It also might be because Operation Brock has been running quite a lot recently as well. There's been many hours delays at the Dover-Calais crossing. They've come round the south side of London, going into Mitcham on the A23. Is it the most direct way to go? Not necessarily. It's certainly the simplest though. Straight up the A23, nice and straight, wide, very truck friendly road. 232, take a right up in the last little bit through town into the industrial estate, which can be either moderate to bad depending on how the cars are parked, basically. Coming in this way instead of the A3 also means that I only have to deal with a tight narrow section on the 232 once instead of twice, so you'll get to see that when we leave later, because I'll be going down the A3, because that's the quick direct way to Portsmouth. There we go. 232 Sutton, Wallington. Off of the what's it route, the accepted route from the London lorry ban, and off onto the banned roads, if the ban was in place, which at the moment it's not. It's during the day on a weekday. Mitcham 236. Yes, please. Turn up here, and then not too far away. The fun potentially begins depending on how the car's parked. Thank you. Around we go. Driving down here, don't look right. I normally drive through town, and the pit has finally appeared on the map. I've turned off to the right one road too early. Not to worry, I can come back on myself, luckily. Can I cut across? That would be nicer. Don't think so, but oh well, I went the wrong way. But it's not a disaster yet. We've got a showman's truck. Little unit, little trailer, and another little trailer. See, they can fit in and around London. They'd be able to fit perfectly fine on our streets or motorways and main roads. Recommended route for HGVs. Round the roundabout, okay. And now down we go. Traffic lights, that's what it is. Traffic lights that we could have avoided had we gone the right way. Three-ton maximum gross weight. That would be a nice, quick and easy way to go, but I cannot go that way because I'm way too heavy. And it's too narrow as well to get the trailer around. Back on track, but I'm now turning right into here instead of left, which is what I prefer to do. It's not the widest of junctions. But it's decent enough. So what's the car situation like? Supposedly, I can't remember if they'd done it or not last time I came up here. They've put double yellows in that gets rid of quite a few of the cars. Possibly this corner here. So it's all a bit more open on the initial entry, at least anyway. Depending on the traffic, this is where it can get really fun and interesting. Because I'm going to make a left turn as well. Then the van as well. But he's not going to wait for no one. This is a bit difficult today. And I've got that truck there as well. So that 3-ton weight limit road is that one in front of us. But it's a one-way street. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just what I want. Hazards on to let everyone know that I'm going to be manoeuvring. Seatbelt off so you can see what I'm doing. You wait there, you wait back there. Okay. Guy's moving his car out of the way. Oh, I've got that little bit of extra room now. Oh yes, that was definitely on difficult setting today. And that van on the corner prevents me from turning left out of it, so I'm going to have to turn right, spin it round in one of the junctions and then come back on myself. You can definitely tell we're in London. It's 29 degrees. We'll call that there. See if they want to move their truck out of the way or reposition me or whatever. I might end up in a different spot by the time you see me. Don't know. Depends if they want me to manoeuvre around or whatnot. Let them know I'm here. And get loaded in the ferocious heat of London. That is warm out there. Even though it's starting to cool down, it's not brilliant. Especially in the back of the trailer, there's just no airflow. And then with the sun on it as well, it just radiates all the heat inside. Yeah, I loaded at last, ready to rock and roll. See if we can get out of it. So, to orientate you of where I am, I've reversed back, blindsided round and then driven forward. So now I've got to reverse back and turn left. Try that. Give that a go. Cheers, I'll see you down there. Oh. Well, on the plus side, the roadworks are done, so I can turn left out of here now at least. Is that enough room? If I stay right over to the right hand side, maybe have to move that roadworks sign out of the way. Just to get around the back of this van. Is staying out quite nicely. She's out, she's round, we're away. Should be a bit quieter now. Playing on easier mode, we've turned the settings down a couple of notches. This looks more familiar. This is the town I was expecting to see originally. Right, here we go. Let me show you why I didn't want to do this twice. Here we go, the first narrow bit. Bear in mind this is an A road. Poke my head round, let everyone know I'm here. Thank you also, thank you. So head round. Wave, thank you. Road widens up. We can let everyone past. You can get 2 trucks in here, by the way. They've stopped to let me go, lovely. I don't know if that's the best place to stop. And we're through. Almost there. A couple hundred yards. Turn left, head A3 south. It's going to be down to Portsmouth later than I was expecting to be. This is the A3. Any room? Any room. There's some room. Avoid the mattress. There we go. Cruise on down here. Somewhere near Guildford is a small little services. Pull in there. Just top my tanks up. Make sure that I can bomb it down to Madrid without having to stop unnecessarily. Some milk as well. Milk is difficult to come by outside of the UK and France. France is fairly reliable. Fill me paperwork, get some fuel and some milk and maybe a soft drink since I'm incredibly thirsty. There we go. Topped off. That should get me down to Madrid without having to stop. Carnet, Sima, passport. Look up how I get to the port and then I think we're good to go. Coming up on the Hindhead Tunnel. Must be getting on for about a decade now, it's been open. It bypasses the village of Hindhead. It used to go off up to the right there and then around the hill, loop around a bit called the Devil's Punch Bowl. And you come back down the other side once you've gone through the village. Join back up on the other side. And now we have this, the longest land-based tunnel in the UK. About 1.15 miles. Takes a minute or so to get through. Dual carriageway both ways now. It used to reduce down to a single as it went up over the Devil's Punch Bowl, caused massive amounts of traffic all the time. It was a choke point, hence why they built this tunnel to get rid of it. And the old road that goes up and round. They've got rid of that, they dug it all up, returned it to nature. 8:45, just about going to make it in time. Then once we check in, we've got the building back left is where we check in proper to get our tickets and do the carnet. Unless it's moved since I last did it.
Parking lane 6 to 10.
6 to 10. Okie doke, mate. Thanks.
Cheers.
10's looking pretty busy here. 6 is looking somewhat busy. So we'll stick it in lane number 8. And then go check in and do me customs. There we go, checked in. Slightly different procedure from last time. Last time I went to check in and then they told me to go to customs first and then come back once I'd done my carnet. Went to customs first this time. Oh no, you've got to go to check-in first. Let's go to check-in, you half check-in, then you go to customs. If you want to do customs, then you go back to check-in to finish off checking in. Change into my normal clothes, since I'm not at work for the next couple of days. So yeah, I'll clock off now and see if I can get my ferry movements done by tomorrow morning. Rest break. Entry, driver 1, end country, UK. If the screen can see what it's doing, it doesn't seem to be able to. Entry, vehicle, not out begin, ferry begin. Bam, bam. So that's on rest, ferry symbol is there. And that will stay there now until I turn it off tomorrow morning. Okay, thanks. Very close to that corner. Just tag the top of it. Break. How do I get out of here now? And see what pleasures await me. My ticket says B, which usually means bed B, or the second one. So there might be someone else in the room. Can I get my shoes? That is a good question. It's a tight fit.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous informons que dû à un incident technique, les paiements en sans contact ne pourront être acceptés.
Dear me, that was a run around. So what we got, A and C, and I'm B. So technically, I'm that bed there. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. So far so good, just me and me only. Let's hope it stays that way. It is. It's pretty warm on the old boat. I don't know if I'm going to sleep much tonight. Going to sit it out for a few more minutes, see if anyone turns up. The corridors are getting pretty quiet now, so there's a fair chance they're not. And I'm going to have a shower and go to bed. hours, 49 minutes remaining. Cool. Didn't end up having the room I thought I did. And then someone else walked in about an hour later. So now we're heading out of here down towards Le Mans Tours. And then I turned off there to head down towards Millau, didn't I? We're not doing that. Carry straight on down to Pointers, around Bordeaux, across the border over by San Sebastian, round the back of that. And then it's a combination of the AP1 and the A1 down to Madrid. But first of all, got to get off the boat. I got, what did I say yesterday, 18 minutes. I got 42 minutes to get off the boat this morning and park up. Wait for the rest of this 2 3/4 hours to tick by. Have some breakfast and whatnot, and then we can get going. Oops. That ain't no good. Against the wall, and this trailer's tagged the other truck. They parked them too tightly together. If I remember correctly, I come all the way down here, across the back, and then there's a couple of cabins over the far side there. Oh, it's going to be tight. 20 minutes to go. Oh, this queue was moving the quicker of the two, and now it's slowed down. Carnet, yeah. Merci. It's exhibition stuff. Okay, merci. Is it okay to park up for a couple of hours?
Where you go?
Madrid.
Madrid.
Yeah.
You go now?
Can I park up for a couple of hours, please? S'il vous plaît. Merci. Au revoir. Okie dokie. I'm not sure you have to do that then, because he's given me a little QR code type thing to get out later. Boom, that'll do. Back on break. 2 hours 36 remaining. So I'll have breakfast, have a lie down, and wait for the clock to tick over, I think. So if that's counting properly, 2:35, we've got a minute of break already, good. Another 5. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 I can clock on. Excellent. Anyway, I've got the maths wrong. It's 10 o'clock I can clock on, which is now. So I'll give it another minute just to make sure. And then I'll clock on and begin our daily checks and whatnot. Other work. Entry, drive 1, begin country, F for France. Come back out of that. Entry, vehicle, ferry end, yes. And there we go. We are back at it. 10 hours of driving, let's go. Whee. Exit Civet, yes. Do it there. To exit, scan your QR code here. Okay. There we go. Excellent. There we go. That's how we do it. Okay. Yeah, didn't have to deal with that last time, because I managed to get me 11 hours off in Portsmouth and on the boat. So straight up and out. No such luck this time, so it's my first time having to deal with that. This is going to be a bit difficult with the lift axle, isn't it? Because it's tight enough for a normal trailer. Just about goes. Scan my QR code again, okay. Yep, okie doke, cool. Well, it's a bit more involved when you leave later after everyone else has gone. Out of town, see that to the left if you need it. I don't. An American flag, why's that? Motorway, off we go. Cruise on down to what's it, Madrid. At some point, signs for Bordeaux should appear. It's one of the bigger towns and cities of France. Should start appearing fairly early on. Seems to be Lyon, Paris and Bordeaux. They're the three places that always have signs pointing to them, no matter where you are in the country. Now that Caen is out of the way, it should all calm down a little bit. There's a lot less junctions coming up now. So now we can properly sit back, relax, enjoy the view. Sit in air-conditioned bliss and just plod south basically, near Le Mans, and as expected signs for Bordeaux have appeared. There was one quite a few kilometres back as well. So yes, as I said, all signs point to Paris, Lyon and Bordeaux. As long as you know where those three towns are, cities in France, then you can pretty much work your way around anyway. But the temperature is slowly rising, pushing up for 28 so far. Should be in the mid-30s according to Google by the time we get down to Madrid. And it's like that all week, so it's going to be quite warm for the days when I'm not driving. Made it to Tours. Now last time I came down this way, this is where I pulled off this way, heading towards Verzon, because I was heading towards Barcelona, so I cut across over that way, down over the Millau Viaduct, and then along the coast to Barcelona. But we're not doing that this time, heading towards Madrid. So this is all new roads for the videos anyway. Come this way before on the buses, do Paris to Bordeaux, and I actually came back up this way last time, or the time before last, when the farmers were striking and shut down the AP7. So me and another guy traipsed across and then up all this way. He had the hours to make it to Caen. I didn't, so I got stuck in France for the Sunday ban. To do a night shift up to Calais the next day. What's happened there? Blowout. Oh dear. Not surprising in these temperatures. It's just touched 30 degrees. So it is slowly creeping up. That should be pretty much it. The hottest part of the day is around now. Is going to get warmer. It won't be by much more. Shall we park in here? There's enough room in there. Just about. Squeeze in. There we go. And around the halfway mark to Bordeaux. May cross over the border today, may not. No, might get close I'll look for some parking around the border area. Might just stop this side of it tonight, depending on how far I get. It's yeah, time for lunch. Oh, that's quite warm out there, yep. That's warm indeed. 30 degrees, it's warm, but it doesn't feel as bad as yesterday, mostly because there's no humidity. And that's why a British summer isn't particularly a killer, because whenever you do get heat like this, it's always accompanied by humidity. Let's get a moving and a shaking. See if we can get down to Bordeaux or somewhere nearby. Big bit of plastic, fiberglass things under a shell of some sort, probably off a boat, is it? Not much to it. Doing very, very good. What was that? Just over an hour to Bordeaux, the last sign I saw. And I've got over double that, 2 hours 20 remaining, so I could possibly get down to the border in this one stint. That'll be good. It means I can get parked up earlier and I stand a chance of getting space. Down round by the border is a little bit over halfway, so tomorrow's journey should be a lot more simpler as well. There we go then, turning off the motorway onto the periphery around Bordeaux. Hour and a quarter to go. See how far it gets me down the road, and then do the maths. Do I need to go a bit further? Do I not? The very last services before Bordeaux was ram-packed. Although all the ones before that, I've had a few spaces here and there. So I'm going to take the gamble that everyone's parking up before Bordeaux. And afterwards it should be nice and clear. The gamble so far is paying off. Libra, Libra, Libra. Free, free, free. Spaces, spaces, spaces. Whichever word it means. 216 kilometres to San Sebastian, which is 2 and a bit hours. If I took my break to get my 10th hour, I've got 2 hours 20, so I could make it across the border tonight if I wanted to, but somewhere around the border is just over halfway, so that will do me. Considering it's fairly late in the evening, I'm not sure if I should be concerned that every parking area has spaces. Is it just not as busy a thoroughfare as the AP7 is? Or is this area a crime hotspot and no one wants to park here at night? We'll pull in here, and I guess tomorrow we'll know our answer. If I've got no fuel and nothing on the back of the truck. It's a crime hotspot, yes. There's a handful of trucks in here. Let's see what happens. It's not quite as far south as I had in mind. I was hoping to get closer to the border than this, but I was planning on doing a 10-hour drive initially as well. Which way do I want to face? Away from the sun, preferably. Oh dear, terrible reverse. Tiredness is getting to me. The benefit of stopping now I get to have an 11-hour off instead of a 9, so I'll catch up on the sleep from yesterday, being a ferry movement. It also means the truck gets a couple of extra hours to cool down and vent all the heat away. So there's not as much heat soaking off the engine up through the floor overnight. It's about another hour to the border, so I could have easily done it because I've only done just under 8.5 hours so far today. Yeah, I'm over halfway easy, so there's no point smashing out extra time now, because I won't finish until like 10 o'clock by the time I've had another break and another hour and a half for driving. So yeah, why make life difficult for ourselves pushing on when we don't need to? Quickly wash my windscreen once again, have dinner, sort the last 2 days of footage out, get ready to do it all again tomorrow.